Hi, everybody. I'm Nicole Frank. I'm the Biological Sciences Department Chair.
And I'm Christina Moore. I'm one of the support faculty in Biological Sciences.
Things that really resonated with us through this class was the fact that blogs have a formula. When we write as scientists, we've been trained to write using the manuscript formula, which is, abstract, introduction, materials, methods, conclusions. And with a blog, it has a really similar formula. So that's what we're going to talk to you about today, is the formula that helps you write a blog. And one of the best parts about blogs is that they're short. So really you're aiming for something you can talk about in 500 words. You can go even 250 if you really don't have that much. And it's really an easy thing to get published and you can add to your CV. All right, so one of the reasons why we want to talk with everybody about the blog is that the STEM team contributes to the CWI blog, which you can find on our website, and we'll show you a little bit about it at the end. But the blog is something that is an easy way for you to connect with your students, to advertise classes, or talk about cool things that are going on in classes, or just to talk with our community about topics that interest you and interest the community as a whole. So there's 3 parts to this formula. The first part is the hook. This is start in the middle. So this is the part where you're going to get your audience interested in the topic that you're writing about. So with this, for an example, with my sunscreen blog that I wrote for this professional development class, I started by talking about the recent test results that the Consumer Reports have done that shows that 40% of sunscreens don't make the SPF that's on their label. Then you go to the backfill. This is the part where you're going to talk about the details that you want to talk about. So for my blog, I actually was focused on difference in experimental design and how experimental design can't be compared to each other. Finally, you wrap it up with bringing it all together and moving forward. It's sometimes even a call to action. This is where you're going to try to answer questions your readers may still have by directing them somewhere else. Or if you're trying to reach an audience to have them enroll in your classes, where you'd say, check out this class in our catalog, here's the prefixes and the labels and why you should be interested in it more. And those are really just the 3 main parts to this. And once again, we're talking 500 words, so not a whole lot for any of these sections. You're probably going to find that your backfill is the one that you're going to have to cut down on. At least for me personally, that's my problem. Is I always want to write way too much detail there, and we end up at 800 words or more, which my sunscreen blog was already over. So.
The great thing about a blog is that it can really, it's a jumping off point for a conversation. It can be a casual kind of explanation and introduction to a topic, much less formal than what we're used to in our scientific writing. One of the ways that I added some backfill and a little bit of interest to my blog was the use of mixed media. And mixed media can be in the form of pictures. For my particular blog entry, I added a picture from my Instagram account. My topic was about citizen science, and it was kind of a call to action to try to engage students to get involved in one of the courses that I teach. This particular lab and this particular citizen science blog was about birding. Ways that you can add some mixed media interest is by the addition of hyperlinks. When introducing a topic especially, people may not have background information, so it's really useful to add hyperlinks where they can link to more information.
And it's really good to have these hyperlinks when you're trying to keep your word count low as well, because then you don't have to go and explain all the background information. You can provide a link to that background information. So now that we've talked to you about the key characteristics of blogs and some of the fundamental formulas that you can use to write blogs, we're going to show you where you can access those blogs. So blogs can be found on our main CWI website at cwidaho.cc and on the main homepage. And that is going to give you access to all the news and blogs. If you can't find that, you can always just do the Google search on CW Idaho for blogs. And you're going to see all sorts of examples, not just ours, but some of our colleagues that have also written, and lots of different examples from students as well. And if you have questions about that and you want to email Andy Jensen, he is our STEM coordinator for the blogs, and he can help get your submissions filtered over to marketing or answer any questions. So now that we've gone through all this, we hope that we have inspired you to write your own blog and participate in our blog, as they're a great way to connect with our students and our community, as well as continuing to build your professional profile.